Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Our program is about to begin.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2015 State of Downtown Address. My name is Scott Pamplin with Avis & Young, and I'm the president of the Downtown Orlando Partnership. Our organization is proud to host this wonderful event each year and appreciate everyone being here today at the beautiful Orlando Citrus Bowl. which recently was awarded LEED Silver certification. Well done. I want to take a moment and thank a few of downtown's biggest supporters, friends, and partners who have helped make this event possible. First, Mayor Buddy Dyer and the City of Orlando team. Under Mayor Dyer's leadership, downtown Orlando has grown tremendously and is truly thriving. We are honored to have you at the helm of this great city, Mayor. Thank you. Also, Thomas Chapman and the Downtown Development Board. Their staff advocates every day for downtown, and they do important work for businesses and residents in this community. Our presenting sponsor, OUC, the reliable one, who have consistently supported this event and our downtown district throughout the year. Our wonderful community partners and event sponsors of today's event, Avison Young, Baker Barrios, Dean Meade Law, Florida Citrus Sports, Highwoods Properties, Orlando Magic, University of Central Florida, and our corporate block sponsors who are listed in your program. And finally, my fellow Downtown Orlando Partnership leaders and volunteers who give of their time, expertise, and resources to help better downtown and the DOP. I am grateful for you and honored to be here on behalf of our organization. Thank you. To start off, I'd like to invite our presenting sponsor representative, Linda Ferroni, current OUC Commission President and Vice President for global consulting firm North Highland.
It's unfortunate that we don't have solar power, or we don't have wind power up here today. This is the perfect day for it. I'm really pleased to be here to be the presenting sponsor representing OUC today, and I'm very eager to hear Mayor Dyer's vision for downtown's winning game plan. I have to tell you that personally, I grew up a major sports enthusiast. I must have crammed every sport that I could into my schedule, and if you had told me that one day I would be in front of a crowd at the Citrus Bowl, I'd have told you that I would just pinch myself at that moment. I would be dreaming. So while that dream would have had me down there on the field instead of behind a podium, I will take this. This is pretty cool. So growing up an athlete definitely taught me the value of a diverse team. And it taught me the value of taking advantage of the expertise and the strengths of every member of that team. So consider OUC an important member of your winning team and of Orlando's winning team. So back to the wind power. The folks in the green shirts, I hope you had a chance to see them. If you haven't, visit them at our booth. They are part of your winning game plan. They're part of your winning team. Our goal at OUC is to help businesses, large and small, to figure out how to save money and have the best plan that they can. We are expanding tremendously in Orlando, and expansion requires that we're smart about our reliability and that we're smart about our growth. We're proud that for 14 years, OUC's convenient lighting has providing sports venues like this with with sporting lights that lights up the night for thousands of sports fans dressed in purple gear who attend Orlando City Soccer, or they're here for the excitement of a national bowl game. We also provide Bright House Stadium at UCF with lighting as well. In fact, we light up Orlando with over 16,000 street lights. And you might have noticed we're converting those to efficient LED lighting. It'll cut energy consumption by up to 50% and save about $300,000 per year. And we're not stopping there. You know us as the reliable one, but we're also the sustainable one. From our Gold LEED certified corporate headquarters to our solar farms, to our LED streetlights and electric vehicles, OUC is committed to weaving sustainability into everything that we do, into the lives of all of our customers in this community. In fact, just last month, I had the opportunity to join Mayor Dyer at the Drive Electric Orlando event. And we talked about the over 300 electrical vehicle charging stations that we already have in Metro Orlando. 140 of them are OUC public charging stations. And in fact, our newest one will be right here at the Citrus Bowl. Yay. Thank you. We're dedicated to economic development, and we recognize that sustainability for companies large or small who are growing or relocating here are very interested in saving money and being sustainable. Both can happen at the same time. Our new economic development website, oucpowersgrowth.com, is our portal for companies who are looking to grow and relocate here. Please do take a chance to look at it. Please do take a chance to visit our winning team at our booth, which is right around the corner. And please do see OUC as part of your team that can help you put together your winning game plan. Thank you. And now I am very pleased to announce Mayor Dyer, so we can, as we eagerly await his vision for downtown's winning game plan. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Linda and OUC, the reliable one, for all you do. Next, I'd like to introduce one of our organization's biggest supporters. He is the Executive Director for the Downtown Development Board. It is with great privilege and honor that I introduce to you today Mr. Thomas Chapman.
Thank you, Scott. And hello, supporters of Downtown Orlando, affectionately known as DTO Nation. And welcome to the beautiful Orlando Citrus Bowl and Mayor Buddy Dyer's 2015 State of Downtown Address. How about this view? You like? Come on, guys. We're in a stadium. We can make a little noise. If you're proud of the newly reconstructed, beautiful Orlando Citrus Bowl, let me hear you say, yeah! Yeah, thank you so much. You know, for the football teams and soccer clubs that play here, it's all about teamwork. It's all about the team. And on this day, at this time, in this wonderful place, we've once again come together to hear about yet another type of team. Your Downtown Orlando team. Team DTO, if you will. Obviously, we all know what a team is, but allow me to dwell beyond the superficial meaning for just a moment. Wikipedia states, and I quote, that a team is a group of people linked in a common purpose, end of quote. But it goes on to tell us that a group does not necessarily constitute a team. Teams normally have members with complementary skills and generate synergy through a coordinated effort. A team becomes more than just a collection of people when a strong sense of mutual commitment creates synergy, thus generating performance greater than the sum of the performance of its individual members. Team. My friends, I submit to you that a key component of the successes that you will hear about in today's keynote, the momentum that we've achieved in our precious downtown Orlando, and the accomplishments of recent years so evident to us all, have come about in large part because of the team, a most capable team, assembled and assumed by this administration. And before I recognize the leaders of that team, let me just say, if my hat blows off, Trey Dyer's got dibs on it. He holds it, nobody else, please. Let's recognize the leaders of that team. We began with the head coach and general manager. A visionary leader, shrewd strategist, and preeminent implementer. He's great with X's and O's, and he's even better on game day. We know him simply as the best downtown mayor in America today. Help me acknowledge our beloved mayor, the Honorable Buddy Dyer. Thank you. Assistant coaches. All head coaches rely heavily on a bevy of skilled and trusted assistants. Your team DTO assistants, and I ask you to please stand and remain standing. Assistant head coach for player personnel, also known as District 1 City Commissioner Jim Gray. Assistant head coach for strength and conditioning is also known as District 2 Commissioner Tony Ortiz, who could not be here but sends his regrets and his regards. Assistant head coach for football operations, you know he's going to be in charge, also known as District 3 Commissioner Robert Stewart. Our assistant head coach for offense is also known as District 4 Commissioner Patty Sheehan. And our assistant head coach for defense, she's always got our back, is also known as District 5 Commissioner Regina Hill. And finally, our assistant head coach of special teams is also known as District 6 Commissioner Samuel Eames. Ladies and gentlemen, the knowledge, input, and support of these assistants is absolutely essential to the well-being of the team. Our assistant coaches, also known as the Orlando City Council. Show them your love. Thank you, Commissioners. Of course, no team operates successfully in a vacuum. Successful teams always reach across organizational lines and collaborate with other teams to stage practice games in order to test talent, or simply compare notes, coach to coach and player to player. These collaborations prove mutually benefiting and offer opportunities to better each team. Without a doubt, Team DTO's most vital collaborative partner has been the Orange County Board of Commissioners. Team Orange County is represented today by its head coach and general manager, also known as Orange County Mayor Teresa Jacobs, and two of her most skilled assistants, also known as District 1 Orange County Commissioner Scott Boyd and District 2 Orange County Commissioner Brian Nelson. If you're here, please rise. Also representing Team Orange County are special coaches, Scott Randolph, a.k.a. Orange County Tax Collector, and Rick Singh, a.k.a. Orange County Property Appraiser. Thank you all. Team Orange County, and we mean this, thank you so much for the important role you play in this strategic alliance and collaborative partnership between these two winning teams. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Orange County, both of these dynamic teams inherited solid and successful programs, in large part due to great prior leadership. Two of these leaders, or prior head coaches, if you will, are with us today. Former Mayor Bill Frederick, right here, what you put there, and former County Mayor Rich Crotty. Gentlemen, please stand. Thank you so much for your leadership, all you have done and all that you continue to do for this community. Now, whenever two high-caliber teams come together, there's usually some scouting around, often assessing the assembled talent. Today, we have such a scout here. He is State Representative Mike Miller. Would you please stand, Mike? And thank you for your attendance. If there are other elected officials, please stand and wave to the crowd at this time, or forever hold your peace. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Now, we've met the Team DTO coach and his assistants. Now I'd like to acknowledge the position coaches, whose wisdom and knowledge provide direction to the players, also known as the Downtown Development Board and Community Redevelopment Agency Advisory Board. First, the all-important quarterbacks coach, also known as our board chair, is Doug Taylor of Church Street Entertainment. Please rise. Receivers coach, also known as vice chair, Wendy Connor of True Marketing. Our running backs coach is Jessica Burns of R.A.L. Burns Construction. The offensive line coach is attorney Bill Diamond of Lowndes, Doster, Cantor, and Reed. And our defensive line coach holding us up is attorney Terry Delahunty of Delahunty Legal. Thank you. Most head coaches will agree that skilled and intelligent direction provided by position coaches is critical for the overall success of the team. Please again join me in thanking all of these skilled coaches. Thank you so much. Now, as games go, cheerleaders do more than just lead cheers. They inspire, motivate, and stimulate the crowds. I'd like to thank the very best cheerleading crew any team could ever hope to have, the Downtown Orlando Partnership, for keeping the fans acutely attuned to the game and for sponsoring this very wonderful event today. Let's hear it for DOP. All right. As the saying goes, it takes a village, and indeed there are countless others, including you, who have contributed to the success of Team DTO. As we continue on our journey, as directed by our head coach and mayor, to create, and I quote, the highest quality urban experience in the nation. To you, DTO Nation, Team DTO, if you will, thank you for all that you do and have done. And thank you for being here today. And now it gives me great pleasure and distinct honor to present, for he needs no introduction to this audience, the head ball coach of Team DTO, the master strategist whose game plans always give us an advantage or an edge, the astute tactician whose visionary direction, steadfast commitment, and rock-solid dedication have brought us the season of victories we're now enjoying. Yes, this is our time, DTO Nation, and his leadership has made it so. Please help me welcome and show your love to the best downtown mayor in America today, the most honorable Buddy Dyer.
So good afternoon. We have had a lot of events at the Orlando Citrus Bowl in the last couple of years, starting with the demolition to the ribbon cutting, and everyone has had some form of weather element involved. One had rain, one had freezing temperatures, so I don't think we've had a wind event yet. So we're checking that box right here, and I have to tell you, Linda Ferroni, the pictures of you are going to be priceless. Oh my gosh, your hair was like straight out like this. So fantastic. And look at that, the wind just stopped. How about that? Okay, for nearly 80 years, I do need to tell you one other thing. I had the good fortune of having my hairdresser teach me about hairspray about a month ago, so it is all good. So for nearly 80 years, our community has celebrated big wins here at the Orlando Citrus Bowl. From our first bowl game in 1947 to now being the only stadium in the country to host 3 college bowl games, as well as the Florida Classic. And today we're here to celebrate a different kind of win, a win that can be credited to this team of community leaders coming together to create downtown Orlando's game plan. And because of this plan, Orlando now has one of the very best downtowns in the nation. A downtown with world-class amenities. A downtown that is a destination where families gather and spend time. A downtown bursting with arts and culture. A downtown for all of our residents. A downtown with jobs and economic opportunity. And a downtown that makes our residents proud to live in Orlando. And this did not happen overnight, and I can tell you it did not happen by accident. Our efforts started with our Downtown Strategic Plan and our Pathways for Paramore Plan. This allowed us to achieve some big wins together, including Sunrail, our community venues, an expanded Lake Eola Park, a downtown movie theater, ZL Riley Park, and Major League Soccer. And last year, building on this success, we launched Project DTO, and the Paramore Comprehensive Neighborhood Plan, and these plans act as our long-term game plan for downtown. And a game plan that makes it clear that for our downtown to continue to succeed over the next decade and beyond, we can't be a one-dimensional team. We are focused on all of the fundamentals: strategic growth, neighborhoods, public safety, historic preservation, parks, venues, and of course, building our team through partnerships. And this balanced approach ensures that our downtown attracts quality jobs, defines our creative identity, and fosters pride that Orlando is a great place to live, work, and raise a family. Now, it is going to come as no surprise to anyone here today, or probably anybody in this city, that we consider one of our strengths these venues. They are more than just state-of-the-art buildings. They've been a game changer for our downtown, creating iconic gathering spaces, allowing us to host a variety of entertainment for our residents, and drawing hundreds of thousands of people into our downtown. In this stadium, in less than a year, we've hosted more than 700,000 guests. This weekend, we're expecting over 35,000 passionate fans as the world champion United States women's soccer team takes on Brazil. Will you be there? And over at the award-winning Amway Center, more than 6 million patrons have enjoyed 1,000 events, from cheering on our hometown teams, the Magic, the Solar Bears, and the Predators, to more than 55 sold-out shows from Billy Joel and Mark Anthony, even One Direction. You didn't think I knew who that was, did you? The Amway Center provides one of the best customer experiences anywhere, and the Orlando Magic are taking it to the next level. We are the first NBA venue, all right, the wind is coming back, in this country to use a mobile app for ticketing, wayfinding, ordering food and drinks, merchandise, and even upgrading your ticket, all without leaving your seat. Now, I'm honored that Mayor Frederick is here because more than 2 decades ago, Mayor Frederick set a vision for what became Central Florida's most anticipated venue. Now the arts are alive like never before in downtown Orlando, and over the last year, more than 300,000 people have enjoyed our Dr. Phillips Center. More than a place, more than a stage, more than just entertainment, the Dr. Phillips Center is an iconic symbol that inspires all of us to be proud of our city. And our venues are also a symbol of our commitment to being the greenest city in the Southeast. The Orlando Citrus Bowl and the Dr. Phillips Center both received silver certification this year to join our Gold LEED certified Amway Center. This makes us one of just a handful of cities to have all of our major venues LEED certified. Now, one of our most recognized venues isn't a building at all. Lake Eola Park has been a community jewel for decades. And with the expansion of the East Lawn, more than 2.5 million people visited our signature park last year. This venue provides a natural gathering place for our city's diverse cultural events and international festivals like Come Out with Pride, the Orlando Arab Festival, and Latin jazz concerts. These one-of-a-kind venues are a destination attracting people from all around the world. Think about this. The Orlando City Lions have drawn fans from all 50 states and 50 different countries. More than 20,000 people from outside of Florida purchased tickets for shows at the Dr. Phillips Center. Three quarters of the people who attended the Rolling Stones concert and the Mexico-Costa Rica soccer game here in the Citrus Bowl were from outside of Central Florida. The Latin Food and Wine Festival just relocated to the Cenis Art Plaza at the Dr. Phillips Center and attracted 15,000 people downtown just on Sunday. And companies like Microsoft are choosing to host their worldwide corporate gatherings in our venues. So downtown visitors are spurring demand for hotels, with 750 hotel rooms currently planned to open. And these venues show returns off the field as well, uplifting our surrounding neighborhoods. Business leaders, inspired by the vision of Florida Citrus Sports that this stadium could ignite neighborhood transformation, formed a not-for-profit called Lift Orlando. And with their partnership, the city negotiated to purchase the rundown apartments on Orange Center Boulevard, just over here. You've seen them, fenced up, boarded windows. These sites will be transformed into safe and attractive housing for residents and will strengthen our West Side neighborhoods. More and more people are calling downtown home. In 10 years, downtown's population has increased by nearly 25%. And we've added more than 2,500 multifamily units, which are 95% occupied. More than 1,200 units are being built downtown right now, and more are on the way. As more people choose to live and visit downtown, they're discovering our emerging culinary scene. We're ranked number one in the country when it comes to being an affordable foodie city. Here in downtown, our foodies and our entrepreneurs are colliding on the field, but in a good way. Take UCF alum Jesse Wolf. Jesse launched Oh Dang Hummus at the Lake Eola Farmers Market. And this provided him with a laboratory to perfect his product and create demand for his product, demand that led him to receive funding just recently on Shark Tank. And in just a few weeks, his product will land on the shelves in 1,100 grocery stores. And oh, by the way, if you ask Jesse, he'll tell you that he owes his success to our farmers market, one that he calls the best in the world. Or take Brett Buffington, who's committed to creating urban farms in downtown Orlando, farms that produce food for local restaurants and the farmers market. His first farm is set to open next year in Paramore, where he also plans to host workshops teaching residents how to grow food at home. So our robust culinary scene means more dining choices with more than 100 restaurants in our downtown. And we're attracting national restaurants like Wahlburgers and international restaurants like Ace Cafe, which chose downtown for their new North American headquarters. And some of the region's most renowned chefs are opening restaurants in downtown, including John Rivers of Four Rivers, who just opened a Four Rivers in City Hall, which we're very happy about. And James and Julie Petrakis of the Ravenous Pig. From the farmer's market to fast casual to fine dining, our food ecosystem is a preferred location for residents and visitors across our region to enjoy amazing dining experiences. And if you can't decide where to go, an easy way to quickly try many of our delicious restaurants is to check out the Downtown Orlando Partnership's food tours. So if you look at the lineup of these downtown businesses and restaurants, they're all huddled along our limo and Sunrail lines, flanked by Florida Hospital to the north and Orlando Health to the south. The Sunrail stations and downtown limo are fueling growth with $750 million of transit-oriented development. And the newest project, Crescent Central Station, set to open in just a few weeks, is the first phase of a mixed-use development with direct connections to all of our transportation options, including biking and walking. And in the past year, more than 3,000 users have traveled 20,000 miles across our city on our Juice Bike Share, which will be expanded by 8 additional new stations for a total of 25. And we're getting ready to launch a brand new car share vendor, which will make it even more convenient to rent cars by the hour. So as we continue to make it easier to get around, resulting in a vibrant, thriving downtown filled with pedestrians who spend more time in our businesses and continue to make downtown a more desirable place to visit, live, work, and open a business, just ask Linnell Davis, who takes Sunrail every day from DeBerry to downtown. She's excited about Sunrail because she doesn't have to sit in traffic to get to work. She says Sunrail saves her time and provides flexibility. It allows her to work out after work, and she also admits to taking advantage to a happy hour or two. And when her son Damien is home from serving our country in South Korea, he's able to come downtown and take Sunrail home with his mom. One of our newest destinations, along with the limo line, will be our new soccer stadium, home of the Orlando City Lions, which has had one of the most successful expansion seasons in MLS history. And already the stadium is a catalyst for a renaissance in Paramore. For the past year, we have seen over 25 new businesses open in Paramore, more than we have seen in years. Businesses such as Broken Strings and Black Cauldron Breweries, Chef Eddie's at City View, and the shops of South Paramore Avenue are now energizing the Paramore neighborhood. And these businesses are helping to define the sports, entertainment, and arts district that Project DTO envisioned, and creating a great place for entrepreneurs to start their own business. Entrepreneurs like Dr. Renee Forbes-Williams, who is fulfilling her dream of owning a business while giving back to her community. Dr. Forbes-Williams recently opened Design House of Color, which is a design studio and clothing boutique that also offers educational and mentorship opportunities for our residents. And our lineup of businesses includes a balance of both big players and small players. More than 24 small businesses have opened in our downtown main streets. In the Exchange Building, it houses more than 100 technology companies that are innovating creative solutions for today's problems. Our Starter Studio has sparked investments in startups like Fat Merchant, who is revolutionizing the credit card industry for small businesses. And companies like Red Lobster, SitePlan, Power DMS are choosing downtown for their headquarters because they know the advantage of attracting and retaining talent if you're located in a high-quality urban environment. We're such a popular place to open a business that even our own Orlando Museum of Art is looking to move downtown and build another iconic facility. To attract these businesses to our city, we must make it easy to open a business, and that's what we're doing with our new online small business permitting. It makes it simpler to navigate the permitting process, and we are committed to remaining the easiest city in Florida to start a small business. As downtown continues to grow, we continue to grow safer and enhance the services we provide. We're investing in Paramore with our new Orlando Fire Department Station Number 2, the Pride of Paramore, that serves more than 15,000 residents. This station will provide life-saving fire services and health and community resources. And I'm also proud to share that because of the fine men and women of our police department, crime continues to decline, and overall, downtown crime is down 11% year over year. And we are committed to keeping crime low, and to do that, we have to have a strong relationship between the police and the community. And even when strong, it needs constant work and attention to a focus on communication. And that's why our police officers continue to participate in open and productive dialogue with our Orlando Speaks events. And it's why Chief Mina is at the White House today as the only agency in the state of Florida participating in President Obama's Police Data Initiative, which is focused on using technology and data to make community policing more effective and more accountable. And because public safety remains our top priority, we're building a state-of-the-art Orlando Police Headquarters that we can all be proud of and that will last for generations to come. And we strategically chose its new location to further revitalize the Paramore community and the surrounding Orange Blossom Trail corridor. The new facility will strengthen the ties between OPD and the community and is designed to make that interaction easier. And one of the most notable features will be our 9th Sea Art sculpture, which I'm excited to share with you today, will be Wings of Protection, which are 2 geometric wings standing over 20 feet tall. This new art piece will enhance the community pride and create a place where we can host events and ceremonial activities. Our police department continues to focus on engaging our at-risk youth, and I am pleased to report that juvenile crime in Paramore is down 74% thanks to programs like our Paramore Kids Zone. This national model has doubled the number of children attending early learning programs in Paramore, and I'm extremely proud to share that every single one of our PKZ high school seniors graduated this last year and are now in college, all 30. As we've talked this afternoon about our game plan for downtown, each of our wins has built momentum, a momentum that is best described as pride. Pride in our downtown, pride in our city, pride in all that we have accomplished together. Residents look to their downtown as a rallying point. So think about this for a minute. When someone from out of town asks you about Orlando, I'm willing to bet that the first thing you talk about is a unique experience in our downtown. And that's because we have the best team, the best staff, the best plays, but it's also of the utmost importance to have fans with pride. It's clear that our fan base has grown more and more as our residents are proud to call Orlando home. Everywhere I go, people are buzzing about what's happening in downtown. So much so that Orlando City has chosen to call our new professional women's team the Orlando Pride. Hey. This is not an end of the game victory speech. This is a halftime pep talk. So away with you, away with you. Seriously, nobody told me? You thought they had water too and you weren't telling me? Okay. That was the halftime pep talk. So let's talk about what we're going to do together. We got to keep the momentum to ensure that our city and our region's long-term winning success continues. And as we look at the second half, let me share some of the big plays we're working on. In our Paramore Comprehensive Neighborhood Plan, education is the cornerstone of revitalization. And I am proud to say that the city has joined in partnership with Orange County Public Schools, the Boys and Girls Club of Central Florida, UCF, and the Harris Rosen Foundation to create a preschool through 8th grade community school in the heart of Paramore, with a library, a media building, gymnasium, a healthcare clinic. This new school will serve the entire Paramore community and allow all of our youth in Paramore to attend and walk to school together, and the parents in Paramore to more easily participate in school activities, something this neighborhood has not had for decades. Another way to advance opportunities for Paramore residents in our region is our partnership with the University of Central Florida and Valencia College on plans for a shared campus in downtown. The proposed campus is in the heart of Creative Village and blends education, technology, and workforce development, creating another economic engine for our downtown. The campus would connect students to careers of the future with wages far exceeding the national average. Now, I will admit that it's true, we have had some setbacks in starting this campus. But like we've had to do on so many other must-win projects, we've huddled up our team and we're coming up with a winning plan to make this project a reality. Our reimagined plan focuses first on a new shared UCF Valencia educational building, a renovated center for the emerging media, School of Emerging Media, and parking and student housing. This will allow 7,300 students to start on the very first day. This plan will be going before the State Board of Governors for approval 2 weeks from today, and then on to the state legislature for support. We will not rest until this game-changing campus becomes a reality, benefiting our city and our entire region. Fundamental to the success of Paramore is to ensure affordable housing options for all of our residents. Commissioner Hill. In just 2 weeks, we will start the process for a new mixed-income residential project located along South Paramore Avenue. We envision a mix of apartments and townhouses, creating a more than 6-acre family-oriented development with community building amenities. This project is a key in ensuring that residents of Paramore today can continue to call Paramore home tomorrow. Now, we have long identified the need to bridge our east side of downtown with the west. And in our city, I-4 has served as a dividing line. And that's why I am thrilled to share that we are working with the Florida Department of Transportation to build a park under I-4 that spans more than 3 blocks and will serve as a community connecting point. This second urban park will focus on sports and entertainment and arts and will provide an alternative to our very well-used Lake Eola Park. Project DTO made it clear that there is a need for more green space. You know what? Scratch that. Project DTO and all the residents on Facebook and change.org and at the Constitution Green Rally made it very clear, Commissioner Sheehan, that we need more green space in downtown. And that's why we just announced plans to save Constitution Green, preserving the historic live oak tree and ensuring this green space for future generations. As the most sustainable city in the Southeast, we need a city full of trees. And with the support of our partners like OUC, Linda, we're launching our One Person, One Tree campaign in just a couple of weeks to help each and every resident plant at least one new tree. Now, great cities are not only built with vibrant downtowns, they also uplift the most vulnerable among us. And building on the foundation of our longtime partners, the Christian Service Center, Commissioner, the Salvation Army, Orlando Union Rescue Mission, and the Coalition for the Homeless, we are committed like never before to tackling our community's most complex challenge, chronic homelessness. We will accomplish this using a housing first model. This approach houses people as quickly as possible and then surrounds them with case management services to keep them housed. And we have seen an unprecedented level of community support behind this effort. Sadly, among those on our streets are men and women who proudly served our country. Energized by a challenge from the White House to end veteran homelessness by the end of this year, a surge of more than 500 volunteers took to the streets and to the woods to identify all of the chronically homeless veterans in our region. And among those identified is David Williams, who is here with us today, who spent 14 years living in the woods, but is now in supportive housing. David now volunteers to help get other veterans off the street. And I am proud to say that because of the commitment of David and the business community and other community leaders across our region, the Central Florida Commission on Homelessness reports that there are now less than 100 chronically homeless veterans still in need of a home, moving us even closer to our goal of ending chronic homelessness in our city. We have so much more to accomplish together, and we've talked a lot about a winning game plan, but anybody who knows anything about football or soccer can tell you it's not just about the playbook or the game plan, it's also about the coaches and the players. And I want to ask our coaching staff, as Thomas acknowledged, if you will, our city council members to stand again and be recognized. Commissioner Gray, Commissioner Ortiz, Commissioner Stewart, Commissioner Sheehan, Commissioner Hill, Commissioner Ings. Without you, we would not have been able to accomplish any of what we have talked about here today. Thank you for your committed public service. I also want to thank our teammates at Orange County, Mayor Jacobs and the members of the Orange County Commission for your partnership. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you to our CRA Advisory Board and our Downtown Development Board. I'd like to thank you, all of you, our residents, who have provided input and dedication and hard work in creating downtown's winning game plan. Because we have created it together, our entire community is now working off the same playbook, which is important. I also want to thank the Downtown Orlando Partnership for rallying our community together by putting on great events like this one that support our downtown. You are the best cheerleaders and fan club ever, spreading pride throughout our downtown. And as I walk through downtown, I can feel the pride everywhere. Pride when you hear cheering fans flooding out on our streets before or after a game. Pride when you experience Cirque du Soleil and the Orlando Ballet performing together in the middle of Orange Avenue. Pride when you connect with a stranger over a game of checkers at ZL Riley Park. Pride when you see young families feeding the swans at Lake Eola Park. And pride in the optimism about the future of our great city. As I talk with our residents, they tell me how proud they are of Orlando. And when you stop and think about what it really means to have pride in something, it's to have ownership. And we aren't just proud to live in Orlando, we are proud that it is our city. Here in Orlando, we have just begun to seize this momentum and are now ready to create an unstoppable second half as we continue on our drive to be the best downtown in all of America. Thank you, and God bless the city of Orlando, and God bless America.
Thank you, Mayor Dyer. We invite everyone to stick around for some great socializing and networking in the club lounge. And one of our board members, Jason Siegel, owner of the Orlando Solar Bears, is here with us today. So I'd like to remind everyone that after the event, the Orlando Solar Bears will be playing in the Amway Center at 7 o'clock tonight. Go Bears! And with that, I thank you all for coming again and look forward to seeing you next year. Thank you.